So it was during the 2008 financial crisis when I first heard the word trillion in the news. We were running $1 trillion budget deficits. At the time, I was collecting silver dollars, and I tried to imagine 1,000,000,000,000 of those. 1,000 lined up in one direction, 1,000 in the other. That would make 1,000,000 on the ground, and then 1,000,000 high. And I remember thinking, at the time we were still constructing the new One World Trade Center, I remember thinking we could build World Trade Center out of it. It would be much taller and much wider in both directions. It would probably cover most of lower Manhattan. I'll let you visualize that. And then a few years later, I was working on a problem called Ramsey theory. I pulled up a few images of what the problem looks like. You're looking for a graph with a very peculiar property of avoiding certain kinds of subgraphs. And it's not as easy as it looks. There's a lot of graphs that look like that. And you got to find that one graph that has a particular property. So I wrote a very naive algorithm to look for R55, which was unknown. I think the bound has been improved a little bit since then. And I ran what I projected to be about 1/1000,000th of the program to see how long 1/1000,000th of the program would take. It took about 1,000 seconds. That's about 15 minutes. And I thought, hey, that's not too bad. That's 1,000,000,000,000 seconds. You know, we had gotten so normalized to hearing trillion that it didn't sound bad at all. Seconds are real quick, right? 1,000,000,000,000, we hear that on the news all the time, right? Obama assures us that we can repay trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars of debt, right? Not a big deal, right? I got out the calculator and it discovered it was 30,000 years. Now, I had a really nice office when I was working on my PhD, and I just envisioned the computer there still cranking away at R55, the entire building covered with mountains of snow and ice from the next ice age. Now, I wonder how you would keep a computer on for 30,000 years, right? The best thing I can think of is you could launch it into space where you could get solar energy. Another possibility is a radiothermal generator of some sort, right? But there aren't that many isotopes that will both go that long and give off a lot of energy, right? The closest I can think of would be radium-226, but that has a half-life of 1,600 years. Although, with the research I've done in Ramsey theory and better technology today, we might be able to do that now, right? Ideally, you get an RTG that is so sensitive it could pick up the decay of bismuth-209. Then you can run your RTG for the rest of the age of the universe, right? Hopefully our technology will use less and less energy to the point that bismuth alone can power it, right? All right, so something to think about next time you hear about $1 trillion debt ceiling debates. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.